Hey, welcome back to Idaho Fabricator. I'm Steven, and today, well, all of a sudden the winter went and we got spring. And before I can get back on the GMC and Project Transformation, I got to help Sally in the garden. I know, but it's cool because we can still fabricate in the garden. Stay tuned, and I'll show you what we're doing.
Hi, I'm Sally, and this episode is about our raspberry patch. As you can see, it's way overgrown. Rows are too close together. I didn't do the research before I started it, so we decided to move a lot of these over here, so follow me.
Now you realize, of course, that in the whole process of this, I have to do some fabricating because that's who I am.
That's right. Okay, so I had Steve take his tractor and a rototiller and clear out all this old raspberry patch. He just rototilled it under, so it's all clear. So
And be sure and mention that I did it all by hand.
Yes, he did it all by hand. Let's give him that credit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
So
right.
sorry, honey.
It's all good.
Okay, so I transplanted all these new starts from the old raspberry patch. And of course, we had to have new posts. Metal is so much better than wood, according to the fabricator.
Well, there's another reason why it's better, because the wooden 4x4s cost twice as much as these $12 fence posts. So
So true.
economy wins over. Plus, I was a little concerned about the heat, the rot-resistant treating they give the wood, and I was afraid that it might leach from the ground into the raspberry. So I think the metal is just a lot more organic, I guess.
Very good. So we started out with 4 rows, and then I discovered blackberry plants at Home Depot. So I had to have a few of those. 6 wouldn't do, so I had to go back and get 7 more. So that took a row away from our raspberries. So, of course, I had to ask Steve to bring his tractor out again. And knock down this old apple tree that never did anything. So we have another row that he put up yesterday. So we'll string this one and put another row of raspberries. So hopefully we'll have a really good crop this year. Now, this will be set for a project for now, but I have a lot more, like a compost pile for him to build.
Yeah, well,
That'll be coming
as
later
long
this
as I can
afternoon.
incorporate some type of metal fabricating in the compost action.
That'll work. I
I'm
can
working
do
on it right now. I'm ruminating on it.
It'll work. Okay.
All right. So
Thank you.
let me show you what I came up with for the trellis.
Okay. This is very cool and will last forever.
All right. So this is what I came up with, guys. Napa 2 1/4 inch muffler clamps, angle iron, and it's going to slip over the pipe. And I don't know, whatever you think, we can go like 2 feet up.
2 feet and 5 feet.
So I'll have this one at whatever 2 feet is. Spin this up a little bit so we can get a nice visual. Anyway, you guys get the idea. So there's the 2 foot deal, or the 1 foot deal, and then this will be
5 foot. My height. There you go.
okay. And then we're going to string a wire across both sides, both ends, and then that way the raspberry bushes can be, I guess, what's the deal now? You have to like spread them apart so the sun gets inside. Is that right?
Yeah, make a V.
Okay.
So you hook them to the wires on each side.
Okay. So we're going to do that, and then so today I'm going to clamp these up, measure them, get it all the right heights, you know, so it looks nice. And string the wires, and
Oh, and the drip line's gonna go down here.
oh yeah, I gotta do the drip line.
All the way across. So I won't have to hand water.
So eventually I can get back in the shop and do the things that I like to do. But I did have fun making these brackets, and really guys, these things are really simple to make. Okay, these are what are called corner posts, so they're 2 3/8 inches in diameter, outside diameter, and a 2 1/4 inch muffler clamp works great. And I just tack welded it on there, and this funky gray color is this stuff here. It's called cold galvanizing compound, so it should keep the angle iron from rusting too bad. And it's supposed to match these galvanized pipes, but as you can see, they weren't very truthful on the can.
I don't care though.
But it's all good. So, all right, so I'm going to get set up on this, and when we get back, I'll show you how we strung one of these and see what you think. All right, guys, I got most of these brackets up, and so I wanted to show you what I'm doing. Just inexpensive turnbuckles so you can keep the wire, you know, pretty tight. So this one's about this is 12 inches apart, and the upper one's 2 feet apart, and then this down here is a tensioning wire for the drip line. We're gonna zip tie the drip line to this wire and put little water emitters above each plant. And how much do those wire emitters put out?
Anywhere from 1 gallon to 2 gallon,
Okay.
depending on the size you put on.
So how long do you
An
water
hour.
for? Like an hour or something?
An hour.
Okay. And I was going to tell you, you know, we had, you know, just gangbuster raspberries for a long time, but we were running them, say, east and west.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that wasn't the right thing to do. So I think you came up with a better plan. So without further ado, the master gardener.
I did come up with a better plan. The rows were supposed to be 10 feet apart. I only had them 5 feet apart, so sun couldn't get in and rain couldn't get in. I spaced out the plants a little further apart so they wouldn't be so crowded. I also discovered when I cut back the dead reed parts on them, I wasn't cutting them back to the ground. So the little stumps that were left were getting full of rain and disease, and so that killed some of the plants. So it's all a learning process. Next time I'll do my research before I do my project rather than the other way around. Although it worked for about 8 years, it was great. But the last 2 years were bad.
And then you decided to run these north and south.
North to south, so the sun would get inside the V's as we separate them on each of the poles and the wires.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to having some raspberry pie
And blackberry pie.
and blackberry, and we got some rhubarb. You got rhubarb going
Oh
on,
yeah,
right?
we got rhubarb going along the fence. I'll show you where that is.
Okay.
Because I moved it from inside the fenced area where we have pears. It wasn't getting a lot of sun. So down
Okay.
here are all the rhubarb
All right.
plants, and they will go like gangbusters.
And is there any special deal for growing rhubarb?
You just can't plant them too deep.
Okay.
And the leaves are poison, so don't plant them where you have cats or dogs because they will kill them. Other than that,
So,
Rhubarb's super
but
easy.
it's okay to eat it after you cook it, right?
no, the
The
rhubarb,
rhubarb.
stalk is fine. It's not poison. It's
Oh.
just the leaf that is poison.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. And if you cut the rhubarb stem, the red part that you're going to use for baking, you just cut it flat and it will grow back.
That's
so
cool.
it's a perennial. You can't kill it. You can't get rid of it.
All right.
So that's it.
Well, that's what we've done today, guys. I guess she's going to turn the camera back over to me. I'm going to thank you guys for watching. I think I called this project, what did I call it?
I don't know, Raspberry Revival?
Raspberry Revival.
Yeah.
Project Raspberry Revival.
That works.
So, yeah, it's been fun. I got to play with the metal a little bit, welded. I hope these ideas maybe help. Maybe some of you guys are planning on doing this.
Oh, and towards the end of summer, we'll let you see how the garden looks,
Oh, yeah.
how it's filled in.
Yeah, we'll come back and show you the bounty of our harvest.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, guys, be sure and like, share, and subscribe. As always, been a lot of fun hanging out with you, and I'll see you next time on Idaho Fabricator.